the Sega CD. Sega's first foray into CD technology. It had actually a number of good games on it. Some are well known, such as Lunar Eternal Blue, Final Fight CD, Sonic CD, Samurai Showdown, and many others. Now, most people remember one of the strategy role-playing games on this Sega CD, Shining Force CD. Probably heard of it. But there was another one I remember fondly. Dark Wizard. Yes, it actually came out in 1993. The story's like this. An evil wizard, Villainous, is trying to resurrect the dark god Alma. He's already summoned 4 generals and is now trying to take over the land of Cheshire. You must choose one of 4 heroes and counter his assault and make sure that the resurrection of Alma doesn't take place. When you begin the game, you can choose one of 4 heroes. Each of them has their own unique troops that they can summon during battle. You can also choose the difficulty setting that you want to play on. Now onto the heroes. Aymer the Ninth is the prince, and he wants to get revenge for the death of his father. Robin is the greatest warrior of all Cheshire, and she is taking the mantle of savior. Crystal, she was tricked by Villainous into killing the king, and now she wants revenge. Ahmad, the undead prince, and I think has the best story out of everyone, wants to just take over all Cheshire because Armand's already spoiled his chance and now it's his turn. The first thing you'll probably notice are the graphics. Many games on the same system have better graphics, but what this game has in simple graphics, it makes up for in great gameplay. You can't just overrun the enemy and think you're going to win. You actually have to plan every move that you make in order to win. Now, this is not to say that you will be defeated if you make one single mistake. It will just help make the battles run quicker. Battles take place on a hexadecimal grid map. Now, this is usually a departure from most games which use a square-based map, and this allows for 6 directions of movement. So now you can actually have more enemies attack one single opponent per turn. Some troops in your army will actually have a strength against various other enemy troops, such as unicorns have a plus to damage versus undead, such as skeletons and liches. You must use this to your advantage so you can easily win the battle. The story of Dark Wizard is told through anime cutscenes. These are actually pretty good for the time they were made, but the voice acting for most part is pretty dull. Most of the people are either wooden in their delivery or outright wrong. The music in Dark Wizard is pretty good. Each character has their own battle theme, and also there's a theme for the overlaying tactical map. There's also a theme for when you go into individual battles if you choose that option. There's also a theme for when you start the game, when you choose your character. And there's a little nice ambiance during intro cutscenes. The only problems I can really see are with most of the sound effects. They're more or less really hard to hear, or they're just pretty much non-existent. They sound like slight scuffles, nothing really major, and it's really bad since this is a CD-based game. The button layout is pretty simple. A brings up the menu screen, and you can choose many options such as casting spells, searching the square that you're in, using magic, summon monsters, hire troops, restore your health with resting, save your game, or just end your turn. B, that's to cancel. C is just to execute the command that you've chosen. Battles, once you choose to start battle, it takes you to a separate screen. And this, over time, can actually really slow down the game, but they do add an option so you can turn that off. so that wouldn't help. Also, you can take your humanoid troops such as your elves, hobbits, and dwarves into town. You can go there, you can go to the church and pray, you can go to stores to buy armor. You also find out more information by talking to the mayor, and sometimes you can learn more information about secret characters. Once it's your turn, you can actually summon creatures using your magic points, or you can hire new troops using your gold. Now, when you hire troops, you're able to choose the alignment and the name of your creature. Well, I'll show you an example here. Now, depending on which alignment for your humanoid troops, it actually determines what classes they can actually be. Some races are better at some classes than others, such as elves make better wizards than dwarves. In conclusion, this game is easily one of the best strategy role-playing games on the Sega CD. It can also be argued that it's one of the best on any console. It is definitely alongside such games such as Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem, Disgaea, and Shining Force. This game is really for the hardcore strategy role-playing game fans. Casual fans will either love it or hate it because of the long battles and you actually have to invest a lot of time in this game. But if you can find a copy and have a Sega CD, you won't regret buying this one. I give this game a 9 out of 10. The pros, deep gameplay, and multiple storylines, and nice replay value. The cons, some of the graphics, the voices, and some of the sound effects. Well, that's all for today. Later days.